Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soccer's Minecraft Survivor Season 3 interviews. Today, we have a fresh face here who's here to revitalize the Minecraft Survivor community itself. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Luke.
I guess that's my cue to talk. What's good?
How's it going, Luke?
It is going fabulously. Today has been a smooth day. My girlfriend's been pretty sick today, but she's in bed right now. She's getting that good rest, and I'm excited to tackle some Minecraft interviews. So, yeah, I'm really pumped.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we know your name now, so tell us your age and your occupation.
I am 20 years old. I'm a student right now. That's my official occupation.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
On the side, you know, like, ooh. I got a couple side things going on. Like, I can't say them here because it may not be. Actually, I probably shouldn't joke around about that stuff. I don't do anything illegal, guys. Don't worry.
Even if you do, it's okay. This is a safe space. No snitches here. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Luke.
My story is a simple one. I have grown in the community, which has always uplifted me to be a leader. Throughout elementary, middle school, high school, I was always elected or pushed by my teachers or my peers to become a leader. Whether this was through school projects, whether this was running for grad president and then being elected as grad president, whether this is being a Don next year, an RA, or the entire campus, or residence rather, for like 400 kids, I'm always in a leadership position. I also host my own little game, and I like it, so.
All right, so you've talked to us about being a leader, like in your real life. Will this correlate to the game?
I think absolutely. My personality is naturally one which attracts people to me. I think people tend to look up to me, both for advice and for friendship. And I think in a game like Survivor, where connections are so vital, they are so important, I truly believe that people will look to me to become an ally, to become someone that they can rely on. And I'm going to exploit this. People will come to me and I will say, yes, yes, come to Papa Chu, come to Luke, and I will guide you to victory, while secretly making sure that I'm the one who will ultimately become victorious.
Wow, that was powerful right there, man. Thank you, thank you. So we've seen the benefits from this. Are there any deficits to this?
Absolutely. I'm a strong personality, and I'm someone which, if you're not with me, you may fear me. If I am someone who is the ringleader of an alliance, or the martyr to take down a secret majority which is formed, I am going to be the first person which the enemy are setting eyes to. I am the head of the snake. I am the top of the totem pole. And so if people are lining up their snipers, they're going to be on me. Fortunately, I'm going to have an army around me, which will be human shields for collateral damage.
All right. So with talking about like the players like in the gameplay around it, this is a multi-layered question here. You can answer this any way you'd like. What's the type of player you want to work with the most, the player you want to target the most, and the player you're afraid of the most?
My most important objective is to work with people who want to work with me. I am of the utmost belief that the number one mantra anyone should adopt in the game of Survivor is, it does not matter who you trust, it matters who trusts you. If I have someone who I personally despise and I don't get along with, but they view me as a deity, then of course I will work with them, because that person is not ever going to backstab me. The people who I want to work with are people who find me funny, who find me entertaining. I'm one who can typically be seen as a bit of a target, and so if I can take people to the end of the game who are, they're just here for fun and they don't mind losing to me because we're friends, perfect, I'll take them to the end and butcher them. People who I don't want to work with in this game will be those who are under the radar, sly and cunning. I'm very good at sniffing these individuals out, but I do tend to have a problem at convincing other people to eliminate them. They're on my radar, but I'm good at convincing, but I can't persuade an entire tribe to vote off one of their friends if they are playing this under the radar and smooth game. So I will be setting my targets on individuals who are trying to play sneaky, who claim to just be here, play a social game, not make any big moves. You're my enemy. I want to work with people who are going to play logically and who are going to play hard, because I know I can outwit them and I can convince them to work with me. I'm good at debates, but if someone is not playing hard and is not logically adapt, then it's going to be difficult for me to work with them. The final one was like, what do I fear?
The player like you fear the most in the game.
Oh, thank you. The player who I fear the most is myself. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but genuinely I feel like my biggest weakness in these games is me, because there is a genuine side of me that just likes to troll and likes to have fun. And if I see a funny opportunity to do something a little goofy, I will take it. Even if it's not a smart or optimal play, I get more of a kick out of a funny, goofy quip than the prize money. And so I need to really hone myself in and make sure that I am playing this game wisely, cunningly, and with no jests equipped to me, because if I start goofing around, I will lose.
That's a perfect answer right there. As someone who does the exact same kind of stuff and did the exact same kind of stuff in my season, I've seen what it reaps and what it sows, so be careful. All right, so you've been pretty confident so far. And with this season, Soccer's Minecraft Survivor Season 1 and Season 2, they have both given out a $100 prize to the winner. If, or for you, I should say, when you win, what are you going to spend that money on?
If I do find myself in a position to win, I would love to be able to use this money for my girlfriend, actually. I'd like to be able to take her out on a fancy date. We haven't done anything massive. We tend to get each other small presents because we're college students, right? But I'd like to be able to take her out for a nice dinner and maybe get her some nice clothes.
What a wholesome answer right there. How can you not root for this guy, honestly, after hearing that? Okay, so we talked about, like, you saying you're not going to, like, win. What do you see yourself as, like, either placement you'll get in the season then?
Ooh, I expect myself, realistically, to get 6th place. I think I'm the kind of player who is good at controlling the game, can be in a powerful position, but will just fall short because people will be too afraid, rightfully so, to take me to the end of the game. And so I feel like realistically I'm going to be potentially a main character, a figurehead, but someone who my competition will refuse to take to the end because I will dominate them in a speech. Well said
right there. I mean, personally, I feel like if the things go your way and one comp goes that way, you could win this game, so don't put yourself out just yet. So, you're new to the community. I've personally never seen you until this interview, but you may know people that I don't think you would know. Is there someone you don't want to see in this season? Where if you see them, you're like, why are they here?
I have no enemies. I have played a couple orgs before, but I haven't played anything Minecraft related, so I don't have any friends or enemies coming into these games, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage. I have the power to craft my future. There will be no other elements which are going to hinder me, either as an advantage or a disadvantage. I'm not going to come into this game with any immediate allies, so I need to make sure I play these first few rounds very cunningly, very strategically. However, I'm not going to necessarily be a massive target either, because no one's going to have an innate reason to say, we have to get this guy out because X, Y, and Z.
All right. Thank you for that. So, now here's a real question here, honestly. Tell us your journey of how you ended up getting in this chair.
I am in this chair because of the legendary Omega. Yippee! Omega reached out to me and said, Luke, there's a fun opportunity. I think you'd really like this. Both Omega and Soccer reached out and said, we would love to have you. And I'm really, really honored, and I'm really humbled that I was invited to play in this season. So I'm here, I think partially due to reputation, partially due to having the right connections, and partially due to my ambitions on wanting to play this behemoth but exciting game.
All right. Now, this has been an amazing interview, Luke. Thank you so much for coming out here. Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience before they see you in the season?
I am super stoked to play. You guys are going to have a fabulous time watching. I'm certain that this cast will be something to remember without doubt. Like, you guys, these will be ingrained in your brain because it's going to be good. I hope to have your support throughout the season, and I hope to bring you some enjoyment.
And I think you'll be at the forefront of all that, Luke. Thank you so much for coming out here, man. It was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm even more excited to see you in this season, man. Take care.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.